What's up everyone, my name is Diana Munoz. I am a Canva verified expert and your go-to Canva guru. And as you can see, I'm replacing Ronnie today and I'll be giving you the Canva news in this video. Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another episode of What's New in Canva. In this video, I'll be covering 10 new features and feature improvements that Canva dropped in July 2026. Let's start. The first feature is the AI post writer, and this one basically uses the AI to analyze your design and write a caption for your post. It works like this. Once your design is ready, you're going to share, and then from here you are going to search for the platform where you want to post your design. So you can see we have here the social category, all of these social media platforms. I'm going for Instagram, and then from here you'll see this caption section. You're gonna click on this button, generate caption. You can see that we have the AI icon in here, and pay attention in here because I'm not typing a prompt. I'm just clicking on this button and Canva is automatically analyzing my design for it to come up with this caption. So I can either copy this caption or insert it into this box. Another option that you have in here is to write another caption. So you can click more like this and it will generate another caption. In this case, I'm gonna go for this option. I'm going to click insert, and as you can see, the caption is already in here. If you want, you can of course customize it, and then you can simply post directly or schedule it for later. The second new feature or brand kit update is that we are able to upload videos to our brand kits. Once you are in the Canva homepage, you're going to go to the left panel to more, and then from here, make sure to go to brand. Once you are in your brand kit, you're going to add a new category. So you can do it from here. You have a plus icon and then click asset category. You can rename this category. So I'm going to call it videos, and then you can access your computer files by clicking on this button, or you can also drag and drop your video files in here. They're going to start uploading. Okay, we have our videos fully uploaded, the 3 of them. And remember that you can also play around with the order of your categories. So let's say that I want to have my videos first. And now let's create a new video document so I can show you where you can find this video category. So let's go to create. I'm going to create a mobile video, and then from here, when I go to brand, I make sure that I'm using the right brand kit, and as you can see, I have videos right here in the videos category, and these are the 3 videos I just uploaded to our brand kit. So whenever I need to create a new video, I can simply use one of these, or I could also use one of these templates and then drag our video to the template. And before we move on to the next feature, I want to tell you something very special. We are currently working on a new community. We are going to launch a Canva community pretty soon. So if you are somebody who is learning about Canva and want to put your skills to the test, you want to get feedback and access to us on live sessions to ask all the questions you have, make sure to subscribe to the waitlist so you get notified as soon as we open the doors. You can scan this QR code or click the link in the description. The third new feature I want to mention today, or I want to call it an upgrade, is also related to brand kits. This upgrade allows us to quickly publish templates into our brand kits. So here's one of the shortcuts. When you are on the homepage or on the projects page, you can go to the template or the design you want to turn into a brand template, hover the thumbnail, and then you will see these 3 dots. Click here to open this menu, and as you can see, here we now have this option, save as template. When you click here, this will pop up on the screen and you'll be able to save this template as a brand template. You can choose in which brand kit you want to save it. You can move this template into a folder if you want, and then hit publish. This feature will also appear when you are copying a document. So let me show you. I'm going to click here again on the 3 dots, make a copy, and then we'll have this message appearing. Design copied, make it a template for brand consistency, and then you can click on this button, proceed to publish, which will take you to the editor and you will be able to publish your brand template from here. And now coming back to the editor, let's say that I have this design and I want to publish it again as a brand template. You can now go to File, and from here we have again this option to save as brand template. And I want to show you something else for you to tell me if you have a special button related to this upgrade or not. As you can see on this account, I don't have the button to directly publish this design as a brand template. I only have these buttons on screen. Pay attention to this upper right corner on my editor. And now I'm going to change to another account to show you that on this other account, I do have this button that says publish as brand template, which makes publishing a brand template so much easier. I simply need to click here and then I have access to this window that allows me to publish this content or this design as a brand template. So my question is, do you see this publish as brand template button on your editor or not? Next, we have another feature improvement that basically made components more powerful. And if you don't know what a component is and you don't know how to use them, you need to watch this video right here because I explain everything about components. This feature improvement is, in my opinion, pretty simple, but to be honest, it actually makes a difference because now we can include line elements like arrows, connectors, and dividers as part of a reusable component. Feature number 5, in my opinion, is going to be very useful if you are working in big teams because it will allow you to track team performance, monitor approval trends, and support compliance reporting. This feature allows you to download up to 12 months of approval data. On our Canva account, we don't have access to this approval report feature because this one is only available to enterprise, but we do have a video, a screen recording that Canva provided, so I can show you exactly where you can find it if you have a Canva enterprise account and you want to use this design approval report. So you're gonna go to the home page and then go to approvals. From here you will see this section that says understand your team's approval trend, and you're gonna click on download data, and this is going to automatically download a CSV file with all your data. The next feature is also related to the approval settings and also available only for enterprise accounts. This feature reduces the unnecessary approvals, which is going to make your team's workload much lighter. Let me show you the screen recording that I have from Canva so you can see where to find this feature. Again, you're going to the approvals area, and then on the upper right hand side, you'll see this section, this area that says manage your approval settings, and then you have this button that says go to brand controls. If you go down, you'll see design approvals, which you can activate or deactivate. If you have it active, I do recommend you go to the settings area, and then from there you can choose who can submit designs for approval, and you can also choose who can be assigned to review designs. Now, these settings are related to people who can submit designs and who can review designs, but we can also adjust the settings so we can decide which designs can get approval. So if you want to adjust these design settings, go to the designs tab, and then from here you'll see this drop down menu so you can decide which designs can get approval. You have all designs except selected brand templates, and lastly selected brand templates only. And remember that if you want to have access to these settings, you need to enable design approvals. The next upgrade Canva gave us is that we now have new domain extension options. We now have more than 18 options to choose from, and let me show you which ones do we have now. You can go to this page, canva.com/domains, and then you can search for available domains. In my case, I'm gonna type something like Rondi Canva community. I have here this space, let me delete it, and then search domains. Now, we do have here .com, .online, net, site, .org, fun, info store, and then if you keep scrolling down, you will see so many other extensions extensions available from here. So from here you can see which ones are available and select the one that you want to claim. The next improvement is actually an user experience upgrade, I would say. And it's also related to domains. Canva is making our lives easier because when we are going to connect a website to a domain, it automatically detects and configures DNS from 50 plus domain providers if you already have one. So again, here we have a screen recording provided by Canva. Once you have your Canva website ready, you're gonna go to Publish Website, and then from here, click Get a New Domain. This is going to open a new window, and from here, select Bring Your Own Domain. You're gonna add your own domain in here. Click continue, and then we have this button that says login and auto connect. Another pop-up will appear, click continue, and that's it. It's pretty crazy to think that nowadays anybody can create their own website and quickly publish it with Canva. The next new feature is one of my favorites because it allows me to communicate and to provide feedback in a much easier way with my team. Let me show you here an example. This is a visual that our graphic designer created, and I personally like to create screen recordings when I want to give precise feedback. So what I will do is to open the design and start recording my screen, and I will start commenting what is it that I don't like, what is it that we need to change. And then what we can do now is to open this section. So you can click on any place on the design and you will see this comment button. So let me show you. I can click on the background, I will have the button, or I can click here on this other section of the design and I will have it here. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna click on comment, and then from here you can add a feedback. So I'm gonna type something like, please watch the video attached. And then I'm going to click on this button that allows me to upload files. So you can upload images or videos, clicking here. So as you can see, I can select any of these images or this video right here and upload it to the comment. And remember to hit submit comment after you have uploaded your files. And last but not least, we have two new sets of templates that I'm sure you are going to love. These are free for personal use, but non-commercial use. You can find a bunch of new Moana and Toy Story templates, so make sure to check them out. I'm going to leave the links in the descriptions so you can access these collections and have fun with those templates. Now, I would like to hear from you which of all of these features is your favorite. In my case, I love to be able to upload images and videos to comments. This is actually my favorite of all. And remember that we are about to launch a Canva community. If you want to get more information on what is going on inside, when is it going to be launched, remember to subscribe to the waitlist. The link is in the description, or you can also click this link on screen. And I'm also leaving here on screen some other what's new in Canva in case that you want to check the other new features launched the previous months. Thanks for watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed, remember to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. I think that's it for this tutorial and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!